Hey everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and today I'm going to bring you some birthday cards. Now I host a swap about 3 or 4 times a year, and this swap is all about birthday cards. So I'm going to bring you a ton of different cards. I actually have to add it up. It's over 30 different cards that are all handmade and all about birthday from ladies and gentlemen who have been part of my amazing birthday card swap. So without further ado, let's get started, and I'm going to show you each and every one. Okay, so these are just a few of the cards. There's a few more videos to come because I cannot send back every single card that comes in the mail to me. So I want to give everybody a chance to show off some of their beautiful, beautiful cards that they have sent in the swap. And if you are interested in further swaps, this birthday's card swap is officially closed. I'm just waiting the last few packages to come in, and then I swap them around and send them back. Then you can check out the link to join on the next swap we're going to have, which will be a little bit down the road. So the first set of cards I have are from Anna, and I'm sorry if I say any of these names wrong. I'm going to pronounce it very French-like, Decor. I could be wrong, but on this card, I love it. She picked, and she did a few of these. She picked a stamp, a very beautiful stamp, and just did a very gorgeous stamp on just the base of the card, and then colored it in beautifully. I just love the easy beautifulness of the colors. Added in here, she's got a series of stamps that says, "Though we're far apart, you'll always be in my heart." And here it's "Happy, happy birthday." And just a few little fun baubles and just kind of like little enamel dots and things like that. So just really letting that main stamp shine. So pretty. Another set of cards she did, which again, they're similar but different, and she had a few various ones. She has this really, really cute stamped image in the center, and this one is of a lion on a cupcake, and this one is of a little bunny ratted on a cupcake, and she made that the focal point. Then what she did behind was a little bit different on every card. Here she's got a stenciled background with some ink with a happy birthday stamped on a black card base. Inside says "Make a Wish." And then here she's got on a pink background with a really pretty border at the bottom, "Happy birthday to you." And inside she's got a really pretty sentiment, "Wishing you a special day to celebrate your birthday." So fun. But in this one, she's definitely used like that cutie stamped image as her main focal point, which is adorable. Hello, Trisha. Hello, Hadasa. Hello, hello. And then on this one, these ones were what I would call sentiment lists on the front side of the card. So she's taken a beautiful image. I believe she probably has stamped. They're kind of like overlaying stamped colors. So here she's got a green one. So this is like a triplicate stamp. It's one in the light green, one in the dark green, and then you have the black overlay for this one. Then she's die cut it out. Or these already could have been pre-made elements, I'm not sure. Here we have a light blue, a dark blue, and this one she's heat embossed in a really pretty gold with a little bit of black in there as well. So adorable. Pop that up. Green background. This one she's got ribbon. Actually, they're both ribbon, but 2 different colors of ribbon. Open it up again, a little "Happy birthday." And the top piece, to make sure the ribbon goes in there, is actually like glued perfectly on top of the card. So it's very neatly aligned. And so there it says, "Happy birthday to you." Matched in that same blue, which makes me feel like she stamped that. I'd love to know what stamp that is because it's so gorgeous. So those are all from Anna Decor. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you, ladies, for bringing me your beautiful cards. I absolutely love them. Oh, I keep putting that too far down. I don't want to get rid of them. Okay. This one, I love it. I actually pulled 3 of the cards because she made all of these. I'm a little bit off. There we go. Now I'm centered. She made all of these identical. I'm going to fix my camera so I don't have to keep twerking, moving that around. There, now I'm centered to myself. Much better. So this is a triplicate. Now my camera's all wobbly. Sorry about that, guys. So this is a triplicate die where there's layers to it. So what she did is she just went and she cut out the meta cardstock or pattern paper. And then we have different words like "celebrate" or "happy birthday." And they're just layered and layered on top. There's a lot of different cards. A lot of different companies have types of these dies, and they just are so beautiful. So she played around with the colors using the exact same die system, which is gorgeous. This one is from Lisa Armanding. And on the front, you just have a very simple die cut element. And then the inside is just plain. It's so gorgeous. But I love her plain colors. She also did one that was in black that was really super pretty. So thank you, Lisa. So gorgeous. All right. Next, we have, these ones are so cute. Michelle Handsome Gonzer. I love it. "Happy birthday" with cutie little apples on there. So she played around with the idea that she's got the apple background paper. Hello, I am not going to try and say your name, but I love that you're from Iceland. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I've ever had anybody who's told me they're from Iceland that's on. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So we have the background paper and the apples, and then she's got the green paper on here. Look at that. And then she's die cut out the apple. So she's got a base here, the little tiny little leaf, the stem, popped one of the apples, and then we have a little happy birthday. So she's played on the whole apple theme, which I think is really fun. Next we have, same thing, Lisa. These are belly band cards. I love it. So it's a belly band that's in blue. It says happy birthday, and then you open it up. And then she's got a gatefold card with little dot paper on there, so it matches perfectly. And then on the inside, it's happy birthday. However you may celebrate, whatever you may do, hope your day is filled with love and wishes that come true. And then for fun, she's added this really pretty bright pop of washi tape that kind of matches the dots on there. So it's really cool. North Carolina's in the house. We also have Ohio. Hello, Vicky. Hello, hello. I wouldn't even know how to pronounce your name. Gulag, I really would butcher Helga. I can get Helga. I'll say the middle name. I'll go with that. But it's a beautiful set. I'd love to hear you say it because I'm sure it's absolutely gorgeous. All right, next we have what I would call a masculine card. And I love that birthday cards can go in any kind of direction that you want. And we need masculine cards as well because, you know, guys have birthdays too. And so do our teenage boys. And they don't want a foofy card. They want something fun. So you're old school and cool. So here we have a background of a whole bunch of really old school kind of, you know, cameras and TVs and looks like recorders and all kinds of fun stuff. And then this little element, which I think she probably stamped and then cut out and then opened it up and it says happy birthday and it's on black. And then she's added this really kind of taupe, but not quite taupe background paper. That's again from Michelle. Here we have, oops, hang on a second. Next one here. So this one, she's played around with whenever you get some 12 by 12 papers, usually you have small or not like you have cutouts. So she's played it with these little square cutouts. So this one's, you know, wish big and blow out your candles. Here's a little cupcake with big, bright, fun colors. She just matted it on some like pretty papers that matched, add some little fishtails, some twine, matted on the back. She actually has embossed this, what looks like a Hans tooth on the background there. Michigan's here. Hi, Colleen. And then she's inked the edges. A little happy birthday popped up and stamped. And then just plain on the inside. Oh, this one says, let's eat cake with a little piece inside of there. So I love how she's just taken the papers, used it, and then turned that into her main element because they're such cool papers. Why not? I love it. And then her last one that she did, and as you can tell, very masculine type card. I'm saying car because I see the cars on there and my mind is going two different directions. So she's got a beautiful background stamp of these cars. One she just did it on craft paper with black ink and then stamped the birthday in craft with a happy off to the side and then just left it and then put it on a black card, which is gorgeous. Oh, look on the fun on the inside. She's put a tag wherever life takes you, enjoy the ride. A little fun tag piece over there. Very, you know, grungy vintage. But then over here, she stamped it on white paper, same stamp, colored it in yellow, a little bit of gray. So just kind of that pop of color. The same birthday stamp in white, happy up in the corner, and a little bit of some Hans tooth paper in the background. Give it that kind of taxi kind of vibe to it. It's really cool. And on the inside, a little wash of some yellow, probably the same yellow she colored in here. More than likely, a little bit of white, you know, yellow wash, wherever life takes you, enjoy the ride, which is what she stamped on here, but it looks very, very different when you do it in two different colors and two different backgrounds. Very fun. Awesome job. Those are all from Michelle. Okay, next we have, here we go. And for those of you who joined us, these are all from my card swap that I host. Link are down in the information section if you want to join. This birthday card swap is officially over, but there'll be another one joining later in the year. And then I have my big, big one for Christmas time. So that will definitely be coming up. Usually start that around September, October-ish timeframe. All right. So here we have again, gender neutral, I think is where you would kind of go with that. So here we have, and I've seen this stamp before, and I don't know who makes this particular stamp, but it's this trees. So just to kind of give you a comparison, what she did is she took the trees, she stamped it on the pattern paper here. So here you can see the trees, and it looks like she did 2 generations. So she stamped it twice to make it look like a forest. She then cut these up and turned them into a whole bunch of little tiles, separated them out a little bit, put them on some brown paper, same brown paper as here, and then re-glued them all on here. She only did a couple of these. Actually, no, she did 10 like this. That's a lot of little cutting up. So you got to make sure you cut them up. Don't forget the order they go in. So it's kind of like a puzzle, and then re-glue them back down. That takes some work, but it's really, really cool. I love that fun technique. Then it's matted on the same pattern paper, as you can see, and it's followed the line. If you can tell, it's almost a perfect match. Not always. This one's pretty good. This one's a little bit different, but I think it works either way. Either you can have the paper match perfectly, or you can have it just be a background paper. And then here she's got, and she's embossed this. Is that pretty embossing? May all your wishes come true. And then you can see the full stamp on the inside because she's done it in the cream paper and it's all on brown. That's such a cool idea. I love that. For some reason, I have a tiny little apple left over from somebody's card. We'll have to remember which card had the apple in it. We'll have to hunt it down. All right, now we've gone very feminine looking. Oh, there it is. It's a little tiny apple. It's a cherry. It's what it is. It's not an apple. It looks like a Stampin' Up! One. Ah, okay. Oh, and this still has sticky, so I'm going to stick it back on here. I don't want to lose a little cherry on top. It looks cute even without the cherry, but she took the time to cut them out. We're going to make sure that it gets on there. I don't want to cover up the word birthday. So there we go. Stay. So she's got a really pretty pattern paper. It's in that pink and purple on a purple card base with a happy birthday stamped inside. And this is still, oh, this is Chris Gillis. Sorry, I forgot to mention the name. So she also did these ones. This is Chris Gillis. And then what she's done, instead of making a stamp of an image, the focal point, she made the phrase, the focal point, with a really cute little cupcake off the side that's been die cut out. So she's made this part the main part. So it says ice cream, cake, and candles to birthday wishes just for you, which normally you would think would be what you would put on the inside of the card. And you would just put a simple phrase, but she's kind of like taken that concept and flipped it around. So the phrase is the main part on the card, which is really fun. A little bit of twine on here. And she's got like a nested die set that she's cut out here, stamped, but also has the bigger one, which is in another purple color. And then she's inked a little bit in purple around here. So really fun. And then she's made these ones. So she did 30 cards total, which was the max for this round. And so she did 10 of each of this. This is Chris again. But for this card, the butterflies were all a little bit different. So she had pink ones and gold ones and blue ones. They're all really, really pretty, shimmery. I mean, look how shimmery and shiny they are. They're gorgeous. And even the butterflies on here have a little bit of foiling on it. So you just catch that light just perfectly. There it is, right there. And unless you see, like on a flat picture, you wouldn't catch that. So that's why I love videos for these things, because you really get the kind of cool effect on it. So she's got this background paper, which she's gone through. It's purple, but she's got that little hint of a stamp on here, which is that butterfly. So she's really gone butterfly on this one, which is gorgeous. Inside, a little hint of a butterfly, wishing you the best and always, today and always. And then we have the beautiful butterfly paper, of which she's then put a little bit of brown in the back, just as a very simple mat to kind of pop it up a little bit. This beautiful butterfly die that's been cut out of all these gorgeous colors. A little for you that's got a little fun to kind of match the color. That's in the shiny. So some of it's kind of almost like glittery. They're all glittery, but this is like chunky glitter and this is like fine glitter. It's really pretty. So gorgeous. And those are all from Chris Gillis. And thank you for everybody who put their name on the back. All right, this is such a fun one. This one is so cool. Okay, so what I do, because you don't send envelopes for the card swaps, is I say we're all going to do the same size card. So we're all doing A2 size cards, which is basically you go 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So as long as your card can fit inside an envelope that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which this one does, then you're good to go, even if it's a little bit smaller. So totally cool. This one is from, and I had to put, because she has this really cute little stamp, but I didn't know who it was. So she's got a little flower stamp on here. So this is from Rollins. And it's a really fun, it's like a die, or she's probably cut this out from some electronic cutter. You know, maybe it's a SVG file or something. So you open up the top and then you open up the bottom. Isn't that a cool design? I just love this. It's just such a cool, fun card. And it's such a different kind of opening. And all it is that it's, you know, I think, because looking at it, it looks like she just did a punch in a circle, or she closed this and then punched, or this could have been a die. It looks like it's a die because it's got this little cutout. She's embossed the top part in little dots, added some ribbon, and then she got another smaller circle that fit inside. So this would be perfect for nesting circles. I'm totally going to be making one of these cards because it looks so cool. So then the ribbon goes on top. This little piece sits on top. Then she's popped up another circle and it says sending you birthday wishes, and it says your special day. So this is kind of your focal point. And then she's just got a pattern paper here that fits at the bottom. And then you open it up and it gives you even more space. She goes, bring on the happy with a little bit of white that's been matted at the bottom. I mean, it's so simple when you think about all you need is circles and you just line them up and it looks so stinking adorable. I'm keeping one of these for myself. Plus, I love this ice cream paper. It's even got a little bit of glitter on it. It's kind of like shiny and glittery. It's really fun. So because I make cards, I get to have some in my swap too. I get to keep some. My daughter saw these when they came in and she absolutely loved this. And she thought this was the cutest thing ever because it had this little mask on there, but it's like an emoji. Totally a cute kid's card. But I think adults would think this is fun too. This one is from Lori Burchell. She made a whole bunch of these and they were in all different colors. And hello, everybody's gotten on. Trisha and La Quinta, hello, hello. So she's got the same happy birthday stamp. Hi, Carla. And she stamped it in different colors. So she did some in green, pink. I think there was a blue one. But then the main part of the card is all the same. So here she's got her little circle on the inside. So it's a mask, but when you open it up, you can see what the mouth is doing. Little eyes and the little party hat when you open it up. So it still looks like it's a birthday, but it looks hidden. And so the party hat is off to the side. So I just think it's fun. Such a cute, fun idea. And these are like little enamel stickers. And then these are like foil that she's cut out. So super, super cute. I love this one. It's like a little peekaboo card, peekaboo, which is just totally fun. And then she's also made these. These are also from Lori. These are pop-up cards. So I believe this is a die that you can get that has all the elements in there. Believe me, this takes a little bit of time. I do not know which company makes this die. If anybody knows, but look how cool this is. So you get these elements. You have to put it together just perfectly. And so it fits flat in your card, so because it folds down. And then you pop it up, and it's a little something you can sit. And it just sits there. It's so cute, but it fits flat. I mean, it's fairly flat when you see that. This also could be like a Cricut cut or an SVG file or something. So each one of these little things, there's 5 slots. You've got the ring around here, which is this ring. And then you've got the stars. Then you have these little balloons. You have the birthday cake. And then you've got more balloons in the back. And so you've cut the elements and then you add all the pieces that go on there. There's a lot of like make sure that you follow the template of how everything lines up, and you can play with your colors, but they're so cool. I mean, there's a lot of patience. Plus you got to get the mechanics in here just right so that it folds and then it pops up. There's a lot of patience that went in making this card, let me tell you, but it's cool. All right, next, I've seen more and more of these cards. These ones are really becoming kind of like a popular theme, and I think they're really cool. These next cards are all from Catherine Gouldy. Sorry again if I say the names wrong. Catherine G. And these are what I call like window cards. So these are 3-dimensional cards. We've got layers and layers and layers. And you can tell there's like lots of foam layers in between. And so you make it like it's a window pane. So you just keep on layering pieces on top of each other. The swap has closed, yes, but there's a few people that are still waiting for, so the swap is over. Nobody can send cards anymore. There's a couple that are taking a little bit longer getting in. So I'm doing the videos until I get all the cards in, and then I'll be swapping everything around and sending them back. So yes, you cannot enter this swap anymore, but this is when I show everybody all the amazing cards. Thank you for bringing that up, Francisca. Appreciate that. So you start off with the background, which I can't even tell. So basically it's a white background. This one happens to be this color right here. And then you start layering. So this one just happens to be, you're cutting out frames, and you have a bigger and bigger frame that you're cutting out. This one happens to be a rectangle. So she went light pink, a darker pink. And then she's got this really pretty one that's got this etch or this filigree thing in the center. And then this one fits in there. So this might be like an SVG file or a die or something, so it fits perfectly. And then she's got the beautiful butterfly that's in there. And on the inside, she said, wishing you a year full of hearty laughs, smiling faces, and warm hugs. So there's more videos coming for all of these swaps. This is just the first video that I've been able to get up. I had a big conference that delayed me in doing the videos. So sorry. This one, she's got the background of this really pretty, kind of like glittery paper. And then she's got another one that's got these little borders. Then this next window up here has the birthday cake in that window pane. And then the window pane on the top is where the balloon, the present, and this balloon are all attached to. So each one's got its own layer, which is really fun. All right, next, I put these together because I wanted to show you guys how different belly band cards can be. So you can arrange them either obviously horizontal or vertical. And this is what you would call a traditional belly band card, which I think are so much fun because it requires you to do it. It's almost like opening a present when you have a belly band card. So she's done one with a piece of paper. You just, latch it in the front. Beautiful element on the front. Look how gorgeous that element is. And then she's got a gatefold. So she's got a couple of panels, the dark blue and then the pretty pattern, blue, swirly, rosy, gorgeous stuff. You open it up. She's got added some more of the same panels to just lots of layers of color, some more pattern paper, and then a really special sentiment on the inside. So it just creates this really fun, it's a great way to use up your pattern paper is to do something like this. And then we slide that back on. This one, she's got a kind of a different route to it. So instead of just having a card where it's just been cut in half, basically, it's just a different cut where you're folding it differently, but it still fits the same image. She's got it where it's got these fun designs on it. So I'm guessing she's got like a silhouette or a cricket where she's done all these fun cuts. So this time the belly band, instead of being a piece of paper, she's taking a series of, like this is just ribbon or twine that she's wrapped around. Not going to unfold that because I want to make sure I get this back on. But instead of having standard folds, she's got these fun kind of cuts on here, which are super cool. And then she's put the pattern paper on top. So obviously this has got to be some sort of cutting system that she has. You open up the first one, you open up the second one, and then a beautiful sentiment is on the inside, which she's again patterned with some pattern paper that works really well in the background here. And then I love how it folds. You could even fold it this way if you wanted. Nah, it doesn't work as well. It works better that way. And then you very carefully put this back on the same way she had it because she had it fit just perfectly. I tested it once before I did it on, here we go. So see how it's not too tight, so you're able to slide it on. And it's just a fun way to do another belly band. But this one is just with ribbon. So, and this one's got, it's not really, it's cording, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's like cord. It's really fun. All right. These ones, oh, I'm a sucker for fun fold cards. So this one is a fun fold where you're opening it this way and this way. Same pattern paper she used earlier too, by the way. And this is again, still from Catherine. And then here she's got a fun like shape to the front of it. Some stamps on here, sending you birthday wishes with little birds, some gems here. Open it up, really pretty, sentiment on the inside. This one is got, and I've made quite a few of these, but I love the shape difference. Same card, but it's just turned the different direction. So the front card, she's done the lime green with the blue and then a beautiful die cut or yeah, it's a die cut of whatever kind. Happy birthday in yellow. So it really pops. You open that part up, you see a pattern paper in here that was kind of hiding, and then you open that again, and then you have a beautiful sentiment. And then she's backed it with yellow, so that way the yellow doesn't completely, like it has somewhere where it's coming from. And there's hints of the yellow in the paper as well. So your main part of your card is here, but it still fits within the size of an A2 size card. So it just creates a little bit of a fun, a different opening. I call fun folds because, they're just a little bit more fun. There's more to the card when you open it. All right. So here is another set of cards, again, Catherine made, and here is another example of those dies, where it's the layers and layers of dies. And so when you do them in, like these are all what I would call monochrome, she stuck with all the greens. She has the darkest color on the bottom. Well, first she did a white, and you can tell, I don't know if you guys can see, there's like, you can still see it kind of shining through right here. Little stamp, age only matters if you're cheese. That's funny. Age only matters if you're cheese. And the better it is, the older it is for most cheeses, depending on the kind of cheese, I guess. So she's done the white in the background, then she's done the darkest color, then a lighter color, and then the lightest color on the top. And then she's taken a little bit more of that dark, dark color as a circle here. And then the sending you birthday wishes, inked it, and it's such a beautiful card. This is a different nesting die set. It's not nesting, it's a layered die set, I guess is the best way, where she's got the background of the card this time in this beautiful gold. You see? So it's got, she just layered it on the front. Again, a beautiful sentiment on the inside. And then, so you see the gold poking through of what looks like she is embossed, really pretty embossing. And then she's got the darkest color on the back, going lighter and lighter in this really pretty kind of like periwinkle-ish blue color. And then have a great birthday. Hope your day is as wonderful as you are. And then she decided to go on the diagonal just for something fun. So you really want to make this element your main part of your card, because it's such a beautiful design in the background. You don't want to cover it all up by putting something too big on there. So these are perfect for that. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Francesca. Hello, Carla, if I have forgotten to say hello. And then her last one that she's got, she's playing around with shapes, but popping them up. So it's similar, but different. So here she's got a circle. And then what she did is she's like die cut out a circle, but then she cut strips. And then she's put them back together, die cut out the place for the dragonfly on here, and then kind of separate them out and then popped them all up. So there's a lot of pop dots in here, and then just kind of cut off the side. So you could get away with doing 3 of the same card like this because she's got 3 different colors. You just make sure when you put it all together, you have the same spot that you've cut the dragonfly out of. So she's cut out of all 3 sections here. And so this would be like almost the same amount of work to make all 3 cards to assemble it, because she's got all the colors already set to go. You just change up the order of it so it all fits. So it's really kind of a fun little cute little enamel pieces there. And on the inside, she's got a beautiful sentiment. And then with this card, she's played around again with the geometric shapes, popping them up. But this time we've got a whole bunch of pentagons because they're 6-sided. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. Played around with different pattern papers, popped these all up, and then just played around with the background, and then a simple happy birthday with some little gems in the corner. So just playing with geometrics, which I think is a really fun one. And there's still more. There's always more. Okay, these ones I actually have some instructions to go with them. So I love it when you guys give me instructions so I'm not guessing what patterns that she's gone through and she's layered it all up. So here, and I'm going to do my best. I just might not be able to, I'm trying to find it real fast. So here we have happy, a little bit late birthday. I love that. And here we have a happy birthday. So this one, she said a hand stamped background. So all these little dots you're seeing on the background is not pattern paper. She has hand stamped that. So she just took 3 different colors. She's got it in yellow, in red, and then also in green that match the colors in the paper, stamped all around the edge. She's embossed the background with these beautiful flowers. It's those beautiful flowers. It's the same, oh, that's a little too close. Beautiful flowers. Same flower, but this one happens to be in purple. And then the design of the paper is exactly the same. She's got the fishtail. This one's in a pattern paper. This one fishtail. She stamped herself to match the colors. Well, happy birthday in a stitched little rectangle here with some gems. Happy birthday with a fishtail. And then for this one, to kind of add another oomph to it, so instead of having it centered, she's shifted it over. And she has these beautiful die cut pieces with the greenery and then the flowers layered on top, a little butterfly. So this one just says happy birthday. I'm trying to find where that one is. It doesn't say on here exactly where that is. I don't know. We'll come back to that, but you get the idea. Okay, next we have ice cream cones. Happy birthday, hope it's sweet. So this one, she says, these are Stampin' Up! Papers. Trying to see, it says the punch and ice cream cone. So this is like a punch that she used. And so it looks like she stamped, die cut it out. We've got some background paper again that she's made herself. And it's all kinds of fun confetti in the background. So she's used the same colors. This ice cream paper is their paper so that their inks for Stampin' Up! Really match well with their pen. So if you know the colors of the paper, you can match the ink. So it's seamless, which I think is awesome. She's off-centered a rectangle going that way, and then her pattern paper is going that way. So they're cattywampus from each other. I love that word. Here we have a happy birthday, hope it's sweet, popped up with fishtails and a little ice cream in the cone in the center. Again, matching all the colors because they're colors of their paper and their pattern. So even this color all blends really well. Next one we have wishing you the happiest of birthdays. I'm trying to find where she said this one. I'm guessing again, I think this is a pattern paper from, I'm guessing Stampin' Up! Because she uses a lot of Stampin' Up! On here. So I keep seeing over and over, which is really pretty. And then she's got the green here, as you can see, which matches again because it's Stampin' Up! Matches perfectly. She's embossed that and then wishing you the happiest of birthdays with that stitched edge. And these really, really pretty. Oh, I get it. That's so cool. I thought it was one element, but it's not. And I kind of, nope, it shifted off. So it's a sequin, and then she put a little gem in the center of the sequin to make it look like it was almost a 3-dimensional gem. So it's kind of a fake out, which I love. And her gem on this one is kind of blue, and on these ones are just like crystals. So it's kind of taking your regular gems and your sequins and putting them together and making them even more, wow, really kind of fun idea. I thought it was a fancier embellishment than it was, but it wasn't. So cool. All right, so Birthday days are the best. So here it's a stamp, and then she's punched that out. And then she inked the edges. I'm reading. She's got like awesome instructions here. So I'm trying to read the instructions for you guys so I'm not messing this up. Okay, this one she did hand stamp the background. So this is not a pattern paper. She hand stamped the background. And you can see that we've got like a flower here with its leaves in the center. So there's layers to this. This is another stamp here. Then we have the cherry part, which is another stamp. And then you've got a little dot. So she's really made this really cool background paper with just lots of different fun layers, but keeping with basically your blues, 2 different colors of blue, same color green, the yellow, and then this kind of peachy color. And then she's got this embossed green right here that matches with the green. And then she's got her little element right there. Really pretty job on that background paper. It's so pretty, sorry, so pretty. So she said that she used a hand stamp on 8.5 by 11. And then she cut this apart. So it ended up making 4 cards. So she just went and had fun stamping all over the paper, creating a huge background, really cool mixed media background stamp. And then that was what she used to make her 4 cards. Super smart idea. And then, did I do this one already? I feel like I've done that one already. Oh, nope, different, same sentiment, same, but different. So same, I was like, I thought I saw the happy birthday a little bit late, which is great because, you know, sometimes we don't always make birthdays on time. So again, this is another background paper that she has stamped. I'm guessing she probably did the same thing where she took one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. She went through and stamped. We got 1st generation stamps, 2nd generation stamps, adding the leaves all the way around. So she probably went through and did all the roses first and then went back and did all the leaves second, is my guess. And just, it's really cool. Great way to make a background paper. And then just a little fishtail in the same matching green, embossed it, and then the happy birthday with the gems, and then it's cut in a really pretty. So great way to use up your stamps and ink and create your own background papers. Awesome job. Okay, 1 batch left. I can't believe we're almost done. For this round, there's more cards left to go. I love this card. It is so elegant and it's so simple. It's the playing off the black and the white on the black. And these are all from Donna. So Donna B, gorgeous, gorgeous. So it's just a black sheet of paper, a beautiful stitched border going along here. And then she's layered up. These are just strips of black paper, but it looks so elegant. Little flowers up at the top, simple sentiment, and a little bow. I mean, it's so classic and clean. It's gorgeous. And then you open it up, have a wonderful birthday. And she likes to print. I've seen her do this a few times. She has a program through Avery, which is where you can get lots of labels and stuff, where you can put in your paper, your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and it prints off a sentiment, and you just type it in as if like in a Word document, and then it prints out on your printer, and you have a beautiful sentiment on the inside of your cards. And she does it with most of her cards. So here's another one. And they're just really clean, really, really pretty. And then she just cuts her cards in half and they're set to go. So that's her first one. And then here is another one. See, this is like a popular trend. There's so many people who did this type of card so far, and I haven't even gotten to all the rest of the cards from this swap, where it's that layering system, where it's the layers of the dies. So here you can see she's gone with white as the base and another sentiment on the inside. And then she's got the gray. I think it's the gray is the next one. I don't want to pull it apart. I'm trying to see. I think there's 4 layers here. I think, actually, this blue piece right here, that's the first layer. Then she's put another sheet of white on top of that, but there's nothing to that. There's no cut pieces out. Then there's the gray, which you can see right here. And then there's another blue one that you can see all those little cross hatches in, right? And then the last one is this light blue. That is so cool. And then a really pretty happy birthday to you cut out. And then these are separate. So here she's got some leaves and then this flower right here. So again, just keeping it nice and small in the center so you don't cover up this beautiful background, because that's a lot of work to put together the background, but it's so gorgeous. She's got more. We're not done yet. All right. This one is where I would say, and I think, nope, different flower. It's kind of like, oh, that's the same flower, but it's not. It's gorgeous. It's probably from the same company though, because it's kind of that same vibe. So this is one where you're making your floral, your main focus, keeping the background very simple to really focus on the main element right here, which for her, she's done as a flower. So here she's encased it in an oval, kind of like a frame. And here she's done a circle, but let the flower kind of come out of the circle a little bit, almost like it's resting inside of it, like a window in a way. But this is like on top of the window, and that's like behind the window. So here we have a blue, and this one she's even make it look like it's a mirror, like it's behind a glass, which is really fun. So it's blue. Oh, because it's a peekaboo card. I totally missed that. Okay, there's even more to the card than I thought. I love surprises. This is why fun folds are so fun. So this is a fun fold card, but just even differently. For this kind of a card, you need a full 12.5 or 12 sheet of paper, because you have to have the full length and then you score it so it comes in. So she's got a beautiful sentiment on the inside, the cute little hearts in there. I love those. Scored, folded over, beautiful oval that she has basically probably put something very similar to this in there, and then inked it to give that beautiful matte frame. Placed the gorgeous stamped and colored and die cut floral element in there. And then not only did she put the frame on the front, she also put the frame on the inside, and then in between there, it's that you could have left it plain, but she decided to make it look like it was a window that you're opening. So she's put that acetate in there and the little stamp birthday wishes. And the oval is not just any regular oval. She's also embossed it. So it looks like it's got like a wood grain frame around it. It's really pretty. That was a whole lot more than I thought it was going to be, because that is fun. This one's so cool too. It's just a different vibe on the same concept. A regular card this time. And then here we have wishing you many happy moments of discovering new things in life. Have a wonderful birthday. And then it's got the purple and then the white. And then this looks like a wood grain. She's got a circle stitch circle. Beautiful flower with the leaves stamped and colored in. Happy birthday, and a couple little elements in the corner. So very, very pretty. And matching the purple with the purple. I love that kind of combination where it's just this little titch of something and it's just so gorgeous. All right. Here we have another one where, again, the sentiment, the birthday wishes, is your focal point. That is your main part of your card. Let's make sure there's no surprises. Okay. No surprises. Okay. She got me on the last one. So where she went with the design on that is completely different on both, but just that the focal point is the main part is the stamp. So it's the birthday wishes in concentric ovals with a little bit of some scallopy edges and a flower, pretty little border punch with the plaid and the black and the white, pops of yellow with some enamel dots in there. Really gorgeous. This one we have like a taupe colored card inside, another stamped image, having some fun with her little border punches. I love that. I have so many border punches and I always forget to use them. Pretty sure these are like Martha Stewart or EK Success border punches and corner punches. Super smart. And then she's taken a square, a little bit of kind of like a embossed corner kind of, and then another square frame, turned it sideways, and then the beautiful flower she stamped, colored, and die cut. And then the little hearts in there, they're like little clay hearts that you would use for shaker bits. They're really fun. All right, it had to come to the end at some point. So this is our last set of cards. And these ones are the same technique, even though they're very different colors, but the technique is the same. So, and then also what she did it on was a little bit different. So this one, she has done white embossing on top of vellum. So this is actually vellum, which she then die cut out, and it's got that beautiful like border on the edge. And then she went in and colored inside of the embossing. So it's a white embossing. Same thing with here. So the embossing is going to keep the color in. It won't let the color bleed out because it's got a border. She's going to be very, very delicate with that. So usually with a marker or some watercolors or something that would make that work on there. Same with this, watercolored it all in. This one, she did it directly on paper. And I don't know, she had to have done it. She went through, and I can tell, like she probably used a ruler, where she lined up a ruler with a pen and went very carefully all through, like she didn't do right there, but all through, because I can tell she did it by hand, right? And then right here. But it's so perfectly done. I almost had a hard time, like I almost missed that it was done by hand. And she did it after she did all the watercoloring, because otherwise you'd see the line through the flower. So the line drawn, and it just creates like this little frame for it to sit on, which is really pretty. And then it kind of comes off of the frame. It's so gorgeous. And then this one's matted on a pink, or kind of like a dark rose. Same with here, happy birthday stamp. And then here we've got a blue, and then that vellum is sitting on top with the birthday wishes with a little bow in the corner. And then open it up, and she's got her same like printed out sentiments on the inside that she uses through her Avery. Here is it again. And it's just so elegant and gorgeous. So that, and again, these were both by Donna. So the last sets I love her little stamp. She even colored it in on the back. So cute. So there's so much fun. I mean, so many amazing cards. Over 30 different cards. This is just the first batch. There's more cards to come. I mean, look at them all. They're so cool. If you missed because you joined later on, I went through every single card you're seeing me lay down right now. I have gone through and explained, oh, I missed one. Never mind. There's more. It was hiding. That was a fake out. Fake out, fake out. There's more. There's more. There's more. There's more. Okay, I missed it because it was hiding. Another card covered it up. So we have more. Yay. Okay, these ones are from Paula. I didn't want to miss hers. She put all of hers in plastic, but I pulled one of them out just so we could get a better look at it. So it's just a little plastic covering to keep it safe. She did 3 different cards, so we're going to do those real fast. This one's really, really pretty. All of the cards are pretty. I love them all. And then plain inside white card. Looks like she's gone through and stamped the background in this kind of gray, have a gray border. And then we have this border on top in white, which she is all these little flecky stamps. So it's almost like it's a dot stamp or something. She did that in pink. And then to a friend that makes me smile, and then happy birthday. And then she's got some die cut pieces. They're all these different kinds of leaves. We have it in pink, we have it in gray, we have it in white vellum, and then another stamped one that she has die cut out in this light pink, right here. So really, really pretty. Kind of a very light toned, very delicate looking card. It's gorgeous. All right. She stayed with the delicate colors on this one too. Very pretty. We have a taupe background card. Open it up. Oh, and she's added some elements on the inside. So we have a stitched border, it's a little bit smaller. Again, the layer, here's the dots. They're really pretty. Same stamp as before, but now in green, and then also in yellow. And then close it. Another stitched border, but smaller. And then stamped directly on here, some of the yellow, happy birthday in gray. And then here we have it in lavender with a little bit of a bow on there. So pretty. And then her last one, a little bit more vibrant of color here. So here we've got lots of layers. Opening it up, base of card. And then we've got layers. So all of the dots with the gold, which are foiled. You guys see the foil, pretty foiling colors. The green, both matted in black, but I love that she's gone like from the side almost to the edge, but not quite. From this edge all the way over, but not quite meeting it. And a big banner down the middle. So it's really kind of playing with the layers, but not quite fully encompassing it. It's very geometric looking. It's really fun. And then like we have the white on top with the happy birthday, wishing you a day wrapped in happiness, cut with the black banner in there with the fishtail, and then finishing it off with this pretty gray paper at the bottom. So it's just a really, and then again, big black banner down there that's been in there. The last one, this piece right here, the top element has been popped up because you got to get through all of these other layers. So that way it looks seamless and not kind of lumpy looking towards the top. Now I'm done. I think now I've done them all. And these last cards were all from Paula. So I'll go back again. If you happen to miss any of the cards, now that I've done them all, we'll go back through, check out the video again. There is more cards to come from this amazing swap. You guys always know. Okay, I'm still there. Are we still good? Okay, I hit something on on something. I don't know what happened. I got to be careful not to touch I touched a keyboard that I have right in my hand. So hopefully it was pretty seamless. You guys look like you're all still there. So hopefully nothing happened. So if you are interested in joining the next swap, not this one, but a future one, the link is down below. So I'm just going to show you guys all the really cool cards. I still love this one. It's so much fun. The link is below. You can join in the next swap we have. I have more cards to show you. I mean, just look at them all. They just keep going. They just keep going. So hopefully if you are part of this swap, one of these lovely cards will possibly be coming your way. There's so many amazing people who joined in the swap. And I can't wait for you guys to get these little guys in your hands because they're absolutely gorgeous. Let me swip the camera around. And so thank you guys so much for joining me. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, a heart if you're watching on Facebook or on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out the other site and like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate that. And there are more card making videos from this swap coming very soon. There's probably going to be 2 or 3 more. I'm organizing all the cards so we get about 30 to 35 per swap. I think this one had 31 if I did my count correctly. So thank you guys again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have an amazing day. Stay safe and just go get out there and just create. Bye, everybody.